So there's four key things that I think we really need to focus on, and this is well accepted within the community where people are really into the whole attachment process. The first thing is that we need to be responsive. Being on your mobile phone or on a tablet or involved in your computer while your child's sitting there next to you is not a way in which we connect well. So we're actually not really that responsive. So when we're with our children, we need to be available. We need to be able then to respond to what they want and need. The other factor that is critical is consistency, especially around routines. I'm often very sort of bothered when I see kids, at 8:30, 9 o'clock, and especially little ones, around 1 or 2 years old, being out there when the parents are at the pub or at some venue. This is when they should be at home, really, being tucked into bed, having a story and going to sleep. The other aspect, the third element that's really absolutely fundamentally important, as are all of those four, but, how do I create a sense that my child feels like it's getting unconditional love and care? Now, when they're little, most of us tend to do that. But by 7, 8 and 9, some of that now starts to change. Parents' expectations about performance, about, being good, all of these things kick in where often the children develop a sense of they're not really sure whether they're unconditionally loved and cared for. They become ambivalent. They become insecure, and that's when they often, really start to develop anxieties. Now, the last one, the fourth one, and I think this is really, really crucial as well, is that we need to help a child into a state where they can experience separation as something healthy. Okay? So, when we start taking the child to kindy or to daycare, we need to explain to the child, we need to prepare them for that. This is, we're going here and this is why, and then I'm going to pick you up. And part of that process is also establishing a sort of routine around hellos and goodbyes. And I'm going to be blunt about that. I think that needs to be kept right through into late adolescence. When my kids come to visit with their kids, we have rituals around greeting each other and, expressing, affection. So, we give each other a kiss and a hug, and we emphasise how nice it is to see you, and, let's sort of settle down. So there's a real ritual, there's a real routine around that. And it's about reconnection. So, one of the things that I get from a lot of parents is that, when I drop my teenager, 14, 15-year off at school, he just bolts out of the car. As far as I'm concerned, that's not acceptable. We say goodbye to each other, we give each other a kiss, and we tell each other we love each other. And that's it. You don't get out of the car until that's done. And yes, you might get some shtick from your peers, but family's more important than your peers. So I hope that gives you some food for thought, because fundamentally secure attachment means healthy adults. Healthy physically, healthy emotionally, and healthy in relationships. And we've got a lot of work to do in our culture to maintain or to regain better connections, better attachment. The digital world has really seriously interfered with this. And, we need to limit our exposure to things like smartphones, iPads, any tablets for that matter, and the amount of time we spend in and around technology. It's unhealthy. It disturbs attachment, no matter what age. I watch people often restaurants, and there's a couple, and it doesn't mean they're a young couple. I've watched this with 60-year-olds where they're fundamentally having dinner out, but each of them is on their smartphone, scrolling, I guess, Facebook or Instagram or whatever it is, but they're not attending to one another. In the next session, I'm going to, again, give you some snapshots about when this issue of attachment becomes disturbed. Now, again, keep in mind that in 20 minutes, I have a certain limited amount of time to present, the information in a way that it's digestible. But think about it. If you feel the need, get in touch with me. If you need to, you can Google me, or you can get in touch with Noir Entertainment, and we can take it from there. I would love to hear from you. Okay, until next time, this is me signing off.
Thank you for listening to Inspire Change with Gunter. Gunter Swoboda does individual and group coaching for men looking to grow. For more information on this and the global Making Good Men Great movement, check out goodmengreat.com to get into contact. If you have a topic for the show or would like to be a guest on the air, please email producers at miranda@noirtainment.com. That's Miranda, Miranda, at noirtainment, noirtainment.com. Thank you, and always keep inspiring change.